Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, GIFEC. Good evening to you, Doc. Very grateful for your time on 505.
Good evening. Let me say good evening to you and your cherished listeners.
Okay. So, 3 demands. According to the NPP, the suspension of Tokonu and plans to remove her are politically motivated because the NDC is planning to circumvent the constitution and allow John Mahama to go for a 3rd term. And also, you want to pack the court with political appointees at the Supreme Court. Is that what the NDC is planning to do?
You see, NPP, they are a bunch of hypocrites and confused group.
How?
Oh, yes. They are a bunch of hypocrites and confused group. That's their description. Wait. Under their regime, look, their regime just left go. Just about 5 months ago, they were in power. They were in power. Nana Akufo-Addo.
They left 7 January.
I said, just, you know, we are less than 5 months. They left in January. Good, thank you. At their time, Nana Akufo-Addo appointed 108 judges for High Court out of the 113 we have now. Listen, 113 judges are in the High Court. 108 of them were appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo. Come to appeal court judge. Appeal court judges. Currently, we have 48 of them. 44 were appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo. 44. 4 were appointed by John Dramani Mahama. Just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of the 44 were appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo. Come to Supreme Court. Nana Akufo-Addo appointed over 15 of them. Some have retired. That has reduced the number to 13 now. Out of the 13 we have currently, only 2 were appointed by former President Kufuor, that's Bafo Boni, the acting Chief Justice now, who was appointed in 2008, and Justice Kwama, who was appointed then President John Dramani Mahama in his first term. The rest of the 13 justices at the Supreme Court were appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo. If you don't describe these people as hypocrites, what word will you use to describe them again? Just tell me. Your primary school child, I'm sure you have a kid who is in a primary school, that should define hypocrisy. And this is how they will define hypocrisy. They are hypocrites. This one, a president just came in. He's appointed just 7. And you know the interesting thing? The 7 justices he has appointed, some of them were appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo into the appeal court as appeal court judges. If John Dramani Mahama was so discriminatory, he wouldn't have picked them to Supreme Court. He would have said, because you people were appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo to the Supreme Court, so I won't pick you. But His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is looking for the best for Ghana. So he didn't even look at it and say, because they were appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo, so I won't appoint you to the Supreme Court. People who sat on the bench at the Supreme Court, at this appeal court, for 15 damn good years, were sidestepped, and somebody who just was a parliamentary candidate for MPP in 2012 and 2016 was appointed as a High Court judge in 2017. From 2017, he leapfrogged all the way to Supreme Court. He's sitting as a Supreme Court judge today. These hypocrites are noise makers are all over the place, talking as if they study in Jupiter and we only study on Earth. Or they have superior thinking than anybody in this country. What are they taking us for? And they'll go down and wrote that chaff on a paper and asking the president to respond. Look, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's busy in trying to push the agenda to develop the country and implement our manifesto promises that he promised Ghanaians. As we speak now today, he's launching the code of conduct for his appointees. He's putting together the Council for International Trade and others, and that will make sure that our businesses, export and import, is functioning very well. That is what he's busy doing, not this kind of charade that they put on paper and say he should go and attend to it. In fact, that paper should be thrown to the dustbin.
Oh, how?
Completely. It's a waste of time and waste of everybody's time. Is it the first time a Chief Justice has been asked to respond to a petition. Just December, Professor Kokuaza wrote a petition against Madame Tokun, sent a petition to Nana Akufo-Addo, asking that Nana Akufo-Addo should dismiss the Chief Justice. What did Nana Akufo-Addo do?
He said that Professor Azar had breached the law because he leaked his petition to the media even before the president acted on it, so he dismissed it.
That was not it. You know what they did?
What did they do?
It was sent to the Council of State. We have the Council of State report that was sent back to Nana Akufo-Addo, saying that they didn't find prima facie case against Madame Tokun. That was the basis on which Nana Akufo-Addo dismissed the petition. Today, the same president has gone through the same procedure by sending the petition to Council of State and to the lady. Do you know that when Madame Tokono was writing to president, asking that president should give the petition to her for her to look at it, she leaked the thing to the minority. It was in the public before it even got to the president. This bunch of hypocrites are all over the place, disturbing everybody here, and we can't call them out. And they go about saying that the president should respond to what and what. He has
that he wants to go for a third term.
When they remove Charlotte Osei and her two deputies, were they going for a third term? I'm happy you ask them whether it's the Chief Justice or the Justices of the Supreme Court who can determine to us who should go for third term. You see, these people sometimes, the 38% they got has disturbed their thinking. They are confused. So they just come out every day. They will bring one term. When you defeat them, they will go and bring another one. They'll continue changing their colors as leopards. I don't know what their problems are. And that is a problem we have. We are going to appear developing the country. We have to develop NPP2 together. We have two development difficulties in Ghana. These are the problems we are grappling now. Because I don't understand them.
So now they said they are giving the president reasonable time, but they are resolute in their demand. They will continue to resist the judicial oppression and plans by the NDC to subvert judiciary and also remove the Chief Justice. So in other words, they are not going to stop at this demonstration. The reasonable time will come. If the president fails to act, they might be on the streets again.
Yes. I've just pointed out the hypocrisy therein in what they are talking about. And I'm saying that we have one president who appointed over 50 judges to the High Court, Appeal Court, and the Supreme Court. And that one, you saw nothing wrong with it. That one, they didn't see anything wrong with that. They didn't say that president was bastardizing the judiciary or attacking the judiciary by packing those courts with the cronies of MPP. Is it because he was called Nana Akufo-Addo?
The minority leader says that we should stop the politics of retaliation.
Nobody is retaliating. We are only pointing at hypocrisy. If you are a hypocrite, I'll point it out to you and tell you are a hypocrite. Let other people talk. Look, if it was a different body that came out to talk of this, we would have measured them and said, fine, maybe you are seeing the difficulty of what happened previously. That is why you are talking to us that we shouldn't go that path. But these hypocrites cannot point out to this. That's why I say we have two difficult developmental problems in Ghana. Ghana development and MPP development. Because it's appear we have to develop their minds to understand what is going on in this country.
Doc, very grateful for your time. Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication, GIFEC. Lots of your messages contributing to the discussion so far. But today, a group in the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi, known as the Asante Youth Association, is threatening to demonstrate over the dismissal of Professor Ochre Adey-Mensah, CEO of Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, CAS. The pressure group has called on President Mahama and the Minister for Health, Kwabena Minta Kando, to reverse the decision and retain Professor Adey-Mensah to complete the Heal Komfanochi initiative for better health care in the facility. Now, the group says that Professor Adamensa's 2.5 years as CEO has brought significant development to the facility, and their action is coming on the back of a letter dated April 30, 2025, which states, and let me read to you that letter verbatim: appointment of Chief Executive Officer of Komfo Teaching Hospital. The President of the Republic has nominated PAA KWESI MD, for appointment as Chief Executive Officer of the Komfo Teaching Hospital, effective 30th May 2025. Attached is his curriculum vitae. Kindly take the necessary steps to regularize the said appointment in accordance with the relevant provisions of the Ghana Health Service and Teaching Hospital Act 1996, Act 525, as amended, and accept the President's best wishes. This is signed by Dr. Kalistas Mahama, Secretary to the President, and is to the Minister of Health, Accra, and also copied to the Vice President, the Chief of Staff, the Board Chairman, Komfo Teaching Hospital, and then PAA KWESI Abedu himself. And this is the reason the Asante Youth Association is unhappy about. They want Professor Adamensa maintained as the CEO of Komfo Teaching Hospital, or they'll go on strike. Let me read some of your messages that have come through the WhatsApp. Now, let me first begin from those on Facebook.